Good evening and welcome to Travel Talk with Lorie and Bill.
Good evening.
Tonight we are going to talk about some great destinations right here in the USA. But first I want to thank our sponsors, Rocky Mount Toyota Rental, for being our sponsors. And if you were here last week, you know about that great
RAV4.
RAV4, yes. Yes, you do. So that was a great experience going to SeaWorld, and I have missed dearly being at SeaWorld this week, just like last week. So.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, we have. So we're really excited tonight because we have one of my suppliers from Globus that's going to be on the phone, Eric Kelley. For those of you that's been watching ever since the first episode, we did have him on episode number 2. But tonight we're going to talk about some great destinations starting off with Wyoming. But first we're going to see a little commercial from Rocky Mount Toyota and another little video from Globus while we get Mr. Eric on the phone. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes to talk about Wyoming.
Toyotathon is on at Rocky Mount Toyota. We're celebrating the season with incredible deals on the vehicles topping your wish list. Right now, drive home any new Toyota and make no payments for up to 90 days. Or get 0% APR for 48 months, plus $500 holiday bonus cash on the 2021 Toyota Corolla LE, RAV4 LE, and Highlander. As always, we're proud to offer a complimentary lifetime warranty. Hurry in to Rocky Mount Toyota today.
Well, everybody, welcome back. We are going to be talking about Yellowstone Winter Wonderland with Mr. Eric Kelley from Globus. How are you tonight, Eric?
I'm doing terrific, Lorie. How about yourself?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing
we
great
are.
on the bill. We're doing great. Yes,
Welcome aboard, Eric.
Welcome aboard. So we're going to be talking about Yellowstone Winter Wonderland. I fell in love with this tour when I first got the book. And, of course, we all know it's like the Sears catalog used to be at Tory Time. When I get these books, I've got to look at them. And I found this, and I'm like, yeah, that could be my next tour for next year.
Well, I'll give you a little bit of background with our National Park affiliation. Years ago, we partnered with the National Park Foundation to help push national parks and to give back, basically. So what we started doing is with our Go Parks programs, our affiliation with the National Park Foundation, we were giving money back to each passenger that went on one of our tours. And it was really especially beneficial because in 2016, the centennial of the national parks came about, and with us having that relationship with the national parks, we've always had a great opportunity to get some great lodging in the parks, and of course it's a wonderful opportunity just to give back to that organization. We're also supporting the National Park firefighters also at this point.
Well, that's an awesome thing, because those firefighters certainly work hard, especially out that part of the country. They definitely do.
Say for sure that is a really important thing to do, and we're glad to give back.
Yep.
Great.
So we're going to throw the map up, and we're going to talk about where this Yellowstone Winter Wonderland actually goes, because this is just, to me, amazing, because we drove Wyoming quite a bit as truck drivers, but never a chance to really stop and enjoy what you were seeing. It's just see it and go. So this is just looks like an awesome tour for me, to be able to do it in the snow on the ground and to see the buffaloes.
Yeah, it's a special program that we do. We do a lot of the national parks, of course, during the summer months. But when we pick out some of these special tours, that we added this one for the winter time. So the Yellowstone Winter Wonderland tour typically runs the first part of next year. It runs basically January, February, and March. It's a round trip, Jackson. And of course, you do the one night in Jackson. You stop in Grand Teton National Park. You got 2 nights in Yellowstone National Park. You got 1 night up in Mammoth Hot Springs, West Yellowstone for a night, and then work your way back down to Jackson for additional nights. So it's a 7-day itinerary. There's some really cool things we do. A little special than what our normal itinerary is. One of the things we do in Jackson is that sleigh ride in the National Elk Refuge. How wonderful would that be, with snow all over the ground, and bundle up and do a sleigh ride? Oh, that sounds fascinating to me. And just the quietness of when the snow is falling. Sign me up.
Oh yes, I mean, when you were talking about it, I'm like, I could be there tomorrow. Yes, definitely. When I read that, I thought, oh, that would be awesome.
Wyoming was one of my favorite places to drive in.
So, and the chance of seeing buffalo,
Yeah.
you know, in the snow, to me is just an amazing opportunity.
Yeah, it has a whole different feel during the winter months when the snow is on the ground. It takes that national parks up to a whole new level, and what a great opportunity for a winter vacation. Like it says, Winter Wonderland, and certainly is one of the itineraries that sets us apart during the winter months. And it, like I said, it is one of our Go Parks tours. With any of our tours, you'll see that little Go Parks logo designated as a National Parks tour in our portfolio.
The only problem I see with it is I might not want to leave when it was time to come home.
Not coming back. I'm going to stay.
Well, next we're going to talk about another great tour, Historic Trains of the Old West. Now this one I like too. This is a Denver to Denver.
Yeah, this is really popular for train aficionados. This one has gained in popularity. We used to do one motor coach on this program because of limited hotels, but now they're adding more and more hotels in this area, and it's been really popular with us. This is a in and out of Denver, so it starts in Denver, works your way down towards the Colorado Springs, but on the way down you stop and do the Royal Gorge Railroad. So it's a narrow gauge railroad, and then you'll end up in Colorado Springs there for one night. Work your way down to Santa Fe. You're down in Santa Fe for 2 nights, which is nice to kind of relax a little bit. Go up to Chimayo, which is really great because that's a spiritual tradition in America's Southwest. So it's a great experience. That's one of our local favorites, as is the sleigh rides with the Winter Wonderland program. And from May, after day 2, you head up Bandelier National Monument, go up to Taos, New Mexico, and then your next stop is in Durango. 2 nights in Durango. So what I like about this one, it has a couple stops where you're there for 2 nights, just not 1 night. So it gives you a chance to kind of unpack, relax a little bit. But you'll also have a chance to do the Silverton Railroad from Durango to Silverton, and also go out to the Mesa Verde National Park. So that's the second rail trip on this one. Head north up to Glenwood Springs, and you're there for Glenwood Springs for a day. And the next special thing you get to do is one more railroad trip, and that's going to be on the Georgetown Loop Railroad.
Oh, that's cool.
On your way to Denver. So you'll stop and do that railroad, narrow gauge, and then end up in Denver for additional nights. So again, absolutely spectacular departure, and for those train fans, this is one of the trips that we do. More and more folks are really interested in our train trips that we do. This one also can tie in every year periodically with the Albuquerque Balloon Festival. So that's an additional add-on. Of course, that's only one date in October, but it tags in with the historic trains of the Old West. Again, really one of our big programs that we do, gaining in popularity. And as I mentioned, with our Go Parks, this is also one of our Go Parks trips. So again, we'll be giving money back to the National Park Foundation for each passenger that joins us on this trip.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And seeing those balloons in Albuquerque, we have actually driven when they were in the air. It is a tremendous sight to just see all these colorful balloons everywhere you can look. So that definitely would be a great opportunity to combine both of them on that one tour day.
The sky is full of color.
They are. I mean, it's just awesome to see them.
I usually got the chance to see them a lot more than Lorie because I was a daytime driver, and we kept her in the bunk until nighttime and then let her out of her cage.
Yeah, I didn't drive well with others, right? Play well in the sandbox with others. Yes, I was a nighttime driver. So we're going to take a little break now, see a couple of commercials, and then we're going to come back and talk about another tour that's really fascinating to me in Nashville and Memphis.
Absolutely wonderful. Look forward to it.
Pull back the shades on a blue sky, sunny day. Watch all the worries of the world just sail away. An ocean, keep your heart wide open. I'm too busy feeling this free. Hey, 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 come on and celebrate. Hey, 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 it feels so good, go ahead. Hey, 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 don't let them moment slip away. Big time, so let's go. Let's go ahead, open your eyes and free your soul. You picked the perfect time, so let's go, let's go. Taking a breeze with the magic kind of view. All that you need is right in front of you. So much to see, so much to do. I'm too busy feeling this free. Hey, 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 don't let a moment slip away. Hey, 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 it feels so good, go ahead and open your eyes and free your soul. You picked the perfect time, so let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Do you remember the joys of hide and seek? The anticipation of peering around corners? The intrigue of an unfamiliar path? The thrill of finding that secret spot? Those shrieks of delight, the pure sweetness of discovery, they can all be had again when you seek out the hidden treasures of the world. The towns with no traffic, the coasts with no crowds, the nooks with no noise. Away from the trodden, the congested, and the expected, we invite you to put down the guidebooks and pick up an accent instead. To trade the lines for limoncello and the chaos for the catch of the day. Traveling from cliffs to caverns and volcanoes to valleys, you'll find secluded shores, sun-washed cities, and moonlit bays. Places to delve into the stories of mythical heroes or take in the wonder of living art. Paths to walk in the footsteps of poets or jump in the footsteps of Olympians. Waters to dip your toe in the past or make a grand splash right now. From the colorful parks of Croatia to the whitewashed isles of Greece, the villages and vineyards of Italy to the majestic mountains of the United States. Our undiscovered itineraries go where other tour operators don't and allow you to spend days where cruise ships only spend hours. We lead you off the beaten piazzas and down the cobblestones less traveled to discover the unspoiled, the unexpected, the unchanged, and the unsolved. The wonders of the world are hiding. It's time to open your eyes and go find them. Discover the undiscovered with Globus and Cosmos.
Well, we're back having a great chat with Mr. Eric Kelley from Globus. And what actually is it that you do at Globus, Mr. Eric?
I'm business development manager for the states of North and South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia. I work with the trade side of the industry, and that's with travel agents, like our wonderful friends that are hosting the call tonight. So,
Thank you.
and I work with them. I'm kind of a marketing guy, and help with presentations and advertising, and just support the agents on a local level as a liaison between the home office out in Denver and, of course, our international headquarters is in Switzerland. And this is our 93rd year we're in business.
Wow, congratulations. Well, it's an awesome company. And we are looking so forward to when we can have in-person events. Hopefully, by the end of April, 1st of May, we'll be able to start seeing you coming through some and doing some in-person events. And
looking forward to it. I am so ready to get out and about and get back on the roads.
It's just going to be a great world once we can get back to doing some of that. But now we're going to talk about Nashville and Memphis.
This is one of our relatively new programs we rolled out, which I personally like. I was a rep for one of the cruise lines, one of the big ship cruise lines years ago in Nashville. I lived 6 years in Nashville, and I really liked it. I was there from 97 to 2003, and it was just starting to take off. Boy, I tell you, the traffic up there is really...
It's crazy.
But the restaurant scene, of course, the music scene everybody knows about. This is a wonderful tour. It's only a 6-day tour. It's 3 nights in Nashville, 3 nights in Memphis. It gives you a chance to do the honky tonks and do the Country Music Hall of Fame. You do a special program where you get a chance to go into the Ryman Auditorium. That's kind of one really a popular aspect to this tour. And then you're there, like I said, for just a couple of days, and then you head down. Oh, and before you go, you get a chance to go down to the RCA Studio B, where Elvis used to record some of his music. And then you head on down to Memphis to enjoy the nightlife there in Memphis, which is just terrific down on Bill Street. You'll go to the National Civil Rights Museum, have dinner at a local restaurant. You'll go to Sun Studios. Again, one of the popular recording studios that a lot of the musicians use, and then go to the Rock and Soul Museum, I should say, also down in Memphis. So talking about a fun-filled, music-filled short getaway, this is that itinerary. And of course, Nashville to Memphis is only 3 hours, a nice easy drive through the beautiful countryside of Tennessee.
Yeah.
But getting down to Tootsie's or going down to Robert's Western World and experiencing all that great country music, and depending on what kind of country music you want to listen to, it's every different genre, all along Lower Broad and 2nd Avenue and up in Printer's Alley, some of the old venues there, and a lot of the newer venues too. And of course, like I've mentioned, the restaurant scene is really dynamic in Nashville these days. And you'll get down to Memphis, and you can go down to BB King's and get a a PB&J sandwich and enjoy the music there. And again, all the nightlife along Bill Street is wonderful too. So you talk about music-filled vacation, this is it.
Yeah, that can be a crazy place, Beale Street.
And you even get a little visit to Graceland to see Elvis Presley's. This is his office, see his business office, and a few of the private areas.
And go see the jungle room and the green shag carpet on the roof.
Hey.
Funny thing about Elvis's place is we do Elvis's birthday every year, and it's pretty popular here in the U.S. But boy, the British, they love it. We'll do 6 motor coaches from Britain that go to Elvis's birthday every year. They absolutely revere him, and he's still quite popular in England. And it's always fun to see those groups go, check out his house and really enjoy Graceland quite a bit. And then, of course, the museum across the street.
Well, when we were in Central Florida when we lived all them years, we had a little diner close to us that always did an Elvis tribute night one Saturday night a month. And let me tell you, those ladies,
they were crazy.
They would go to his birthday celebration. Yep, they were there. So constantly, it was just amazing how they just still, supported Elvis and wanted to go to Graceland and the whole thing. So I know it's a great opportunity for people to go.
We met his private nurse too.
Yeah, we did. We met Elvis's private nurse, but yeah. So the thing is that this is a great tour, I think.
Yep.
For a lot of people, and that's why I looked at it from people from my area. Because Nashville Memphis is not just a little plane ride, hop, skip, and jump.
Or drive down 40.
Well, you could, but then of course you're going to end up in Memphis, so you have to think about all those.
Yeah, true that.
So your last night, you get to go down to Rendezvous Ribs, right downtown Memphis, and go downstairs, and boy, the dry rubs there. Man, what an experience! The gentlemen still wearing their white outfits with the black ties and the checkered tablecloths, and good. Talk about some good barbecue.
And that would make you feel like you were in the right place, wouldn't it?
Oh, made with ribs?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Definitely. So now, when you're taking a Globus tour, what are some of the points? Like, my favorite point is that the luggage. You can set your luggage outside your door, and somebody else loads it on the motor coach. But what are some of the pluses for doing a guided tour with Globus?
Well, so when we talk to gentlemen a lot of times, and they're the ones, I don't want to go on vacation, or if they ever go on vacation, they're always doing the driving. What's great about an escorted tour is both parties can enjoy the vacation. No one's driving, trying to keep an eye on the road.
Yep.
They can sit back and enjoy all the beautiful sights and really enjoy the vacation like everybody else. And when you have a tour guide, he does all the logistics. They know the local heritage, the ins and outs, all the little stories and the behind the scenes facts that no one knows. They coordinate all the hotels, of course the transportation with the motor coach driver, and with our peace of mind, our protocols now we sanitize the luggage when it comes off. It goes up to the rooms. It's set out in front of your rooms, or it actually goes right into the room. And then the next morning, you set them out. We put them back on the bus. They're sterilized then. And what we like about escorted touring is the idea of being in a bubble. So once everybody has been checked before they come on the tour, everyone's safe. We make sure that all the tickets into the venue are handled by the tour guide. All the keys to the rooms are handled by the tour guide. So you really don't have to be standing in line and waiting to get your room key or any of that thing. All that's already taken care of. And we handle that. We keep everybody safe in the motor coach. We do all the proper social distancing once we're off the motor coach. So we do everything we can to make sure our customers are safe and they're in the bubble on the motor coach and traveling all around. So we kind of keep them away from all the other folks that are out there, and everybody feels safer traveling in that way. Of course, it's a new world these days, and we're making sure we do all the right things to keep our customers safe.
Fantastic.
And breakfast every morning is included, and then some of your meals, lunch, and some dinners are included with each one of your tours.
That is correct. Like in Nashville to Memphis, you're going to have dinner in Memphis, but breakfast each day. There are always some inclusions. We don't want to give have dinner scheduled every single night, because a lot of times people want to go out and do kind of their own thing.
Yeah.
You know, they explore, and I mean, if we offer a meal in one of the restaurants or hotels, people feel obligated to do that because they feel like they paid for it. But a lot of times people want to go out and kind of do their thing, and the tour guide can help with recommendations. And if you want the rendezvous ribs the last night, you may want corkies the night before. So flexibility into it so that people can kind of customize their vacation a little bit. And not be kind of told where to go every single night. So we do have some free time and a lot of that. And by being able to get into the must-see sites without waiting in line, it gives you more free time to do things that you want to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, this has been fantastic tonight, Eric, talking with you, and I still keep thinking about that Wyoming Winter Wonderland. So that, that's definitely going to be on top of my mind. So thank you so very much for coming on tonight. We're looking forward to the first time we can have you in person here on the show. But you have a fantastic rest of your week. We're going to let you go, and we're going to sign off here tonight. And I'm sure I'll be getting with you, because I think I'm going to get some people together, and we're going to go do the Winter Wonderland.
That sounds terrific. Well, you may have to save a seat for me.
All right. You have a good night, Eric.
Thank you very much.
Take care, Eric.
Bye-bye. Well, that was great.
Yes, it was.
I'm still on the Winter Wonderland, but that was great. So we're going to say goodnight now. Wish y'all all a really good week. We're going to be back next Tuesday night, Lorie and Bill, to discuss more travel and more places we can go in the United States, because that's what the next few weeks is going to be about, where we can travel locally here and have a great, fantastic vacation.
Yes, yes, indeed. Some of them will require airfare, and some are driving
Just driving.
distance.
Yep, sure are. So wish everyone a great week out there, and we will see you next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock for Travel Talk with Lorie.
And Bill.
And Bill. That's right, and Bill. Travel Talk with Lorie and Bill.
Thank you.